We are back. We are back. Today, we're going to talk about copycats, originals, and some truths about truly finding some success when developing your sound, brand, etc. I have this conversation a lot with my artists, and I have this conversation a lot with others that just we're always talking about music and different things like that. And the truly the fastest way, the fastest way to like real success is defining your own path. On a short term, people are going to see some sorts of copying, and that's going to get them growth because it's maybe a trend right now. And I'm going to dive into why that works on a short term, but why that won't keep you in the business on the long term. Everybody jumps on trends come and go, markets are oversaturated, you're competing with lots of artists, and by the time you realize that's a trend, you're copying it and you're executing it, you're already behind the curve. The industry is slowly moving on, even though you might see it succeeding from an outside perspective. And what's really happening is by the time you're going to see that success potentially get signed by management, artists, and all that stuff, that slight trend might end. And you're going to be so hyper focused on this thing, you're not even looking into the future, while everybody that you might be copying is already thinking about that. And promoters, labels, fans, they can capture this. And some people will succeed with it, but it won't be long lasting. And this is why it's kind of a thing that most people don't catch on to. And I'm going to give you some examples right now, so when you look at like massive artists that are blowing up now or have blown up, that have been very unique to their own, Jamie Jones, Marco, Tell of Us, Hugel, Beltran, Peggy Goo. Like it doesn't matter who, any of these artists, they've all became big because they took something that was happening right now and they gave it their own unique twist. And if I didn't name an artist, like it's not that I'm not excluding them. There's tons of examples. Medusa did a really good job with this. The list really goes on. But let's just talk about like a Beltran right quick. He found this unique sound of his and gave it his own twist, and it exploded, and it's phenomenally working. Like it or not, it's working. I'm into it. But now you're seeing tons of new producers copy what would be claimed the Beltran sound. For a while, lots of artists copied what Tell of Us was doing with this melodic techno thing. The list goes on and on and on. And those artists became big because they created their own unique version of the sound. And the second you hear their tracks, it's them. Kind Music is another great example of this. And what the world doesn't need is copies of them. We have those artists already. We already have a Beltran. We already have a Kind Music. Some will succeed copying them, and you'll see them grow and you'll see them tour. But 3, 4, 5 years from now, they'll fade away because there's nothing unique about them. And eventually, too much of something becomes overdone. And that's why you'll see, and even the big ones, you'll even see them evolve into something else because they get tired of it and they want to evolve, and they're tired of all the copies. And because they evolve and they're great at creating some type of signature, some type of path, they're able to do it again and again and again. And this goes for everything. It's not just music. It's your brand, your content, everything. You look at any of these artists, they had their unique version of the way they presented themselves on social media, the way they marketed their music and everything, and you'll see dozens of copies of that as well. This is very hard early in your career. Naturally, we all will start to copy, so you're learning the process on how maybe those artists do it. And you'll even, if you look back at even all those artists' music catalogs and go back to their early stuff, you'll see that it was almost the same for them. But at some point, you'll need to craft something of your own to stand out from the rest. And it doesn't matter which one of these artists I use an example. If you in your local scene, there's 20, 30, 40, 50 of you, and you all are doing the exact same thing as each other, how do you even stand out on a local level, let alone a bigger level? And when you see those that are truly growing around you, it's because they're going above and beyond to stand out. We could talk about the networking and relationships and all the stuff that I talked about in any other videos, and all that stuff will make an impact as well. But even all that can only get you so far if you don't have something unique as a brand, from the way you present yourself as a person, the way you present yourself as a performer, the way your music is, the DJ sets, the content, every aspect of it. At some point, there needs to be something different about you that makes you special. This takes a while to formulate, but this is a good time to plant the seed and now and start thinking about it. What's going to make me special? What's going to make me stand out from everybody in my local scene so I can dominate my local scene? And then on a more domestic and international global level, what's going to make me stand out from the rest there? Solve this, you'll find success at every level. Yeah, it's just really the risk of reward. And then and then that's a great point, right? Because once you find this unique thing that makes you different than everybody else, now you need to bet on the fact that there's going to be people there that like it, because you might have a completely different X, Y, and Z, but if the fans don't get attracted to it, then the promoters and the labels and everybody else aren't going to follow. So it's a bit of a balance. You need to find a way to be unique, but you also need to be digestible. And you need to be able to fit in. So you can't go too far left field. You need to find a way where it works, it's on trend, but you have your own signature to it. And that's it. I mean, if you do that, you're going to stand out at every level. Like when I look at even on a local level, the artists that I reoccurringly book, I'll give tons of chances to local DJs, but the ones that are reoccurring outside the fact that maybe they have a local support system and booking them does bring maybe more value to the event, it's also the ones that stand out because they just have that little extra spark from every level. The way they present themselves is different, just the energy they carry, everything, right? They just stand out from the other 40, 50 people that want to play. And it just makes them more bookable. This is a reality. It goes for every artist. Even the artists don't try to do it, and it's even more natural for them, that's even better, because if it's more natural for them, it doesn't feel as forced. You do need to find something that is natural to you. Not everybody is going to have the Fisher personality. Not everybody's going to have the Marco Corolla personality. You need to find something that's unique to you, that fits you, that feels authentic, but is also different than everybody else. And I could tell you, as a manager, as a promoter, as someone that works with labels, as someone who's worked with probably each type of role in this business, everybody's on the hunt for the something different that works in this industry. That's really it. Like, be different, be original. The world needs more originals. And just to add one final note, what sparked this entire concept was an AI thing. A few people I work with have been sending me their bios, some text, a graphic that they made in AI, and I use AI so much for my other business that I immediately recognize it. And what I told them, I go, there's nothing wrong with using AI for ideas and to find to enhance something you're doing, but don't have your thing be 100% AI. Take that AI idea, or there's extra ideas, and then remake it human in your own way. Maybe you went to it for some writing, but then go rewrite that thing in your voice and make it unique to you. Because the problem now with this ChatGPT era is everybody's captions on social media are sounding the same. Everybody's emails are sounding the same. Everybody's bios are sounding the same. And again, no one's looking for clones. Like if you're going to ChatGPT or one of these things for something, it already exists. I don't need you for that. I can do it myself. I can use the same tool and get the same result you're getting. So what's going to sell in this world of AI, and what's going to sell in this music world with a million clones and people trying to copy the thing that is hot right now, is the person with the unique voice and the unique sound and the unique persona. So it's up to you to create that. As always, thanks for tuning in. I hope this was very helpful. Good luck to you. And if you want some one-on-one time with me, there's a link in the description below to connect with me. And in the meantime, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow. It really helps us grow. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you. See you on the next video.